Craig Morton has a question on his 2007 GSXR 600 in regards to steering head bearing torque. What's the number? Well, Craig, it's in the manual. I suggest you turn to the page and go find it. However, do realize one thing. Steering head bearings, A, require to be removed every year, cleaned, and then re-greased and readjusted, and that should be done annually. That may be more frequent depending on mileage, and if you are practicing wheelies or stunting the bike, then your servicing schedule will ramp up significantly from there. Also, because it is a bearing, the bearing race that it sits in will wear. Most stock bearings are actually plastic with balls impregnated into them, so they don't fatigue over time like a regular metal race would. And they're much better than the old head bearings, which were loose and held in by grease, which was never fun when you serviced them in case you lost one. So if you have a bike for a while, over time the steering head bearing torque will change, because the steering head race itself will actually, instead of being at say 40 degrees, over time it will wear. And that means it will get soft and it will flare further out. So it will go from 40 degrees to 45 degrees to 50 degrees. And you'll add a little more tension, which in turn pushes the bearing down, which in turn flares the race. So over time, you're going to adjust yourself out of adjustment, because the race itself is flat. Or worse, if you over tighten it and you do a lot of wheelies, the bearings themselves, in terms of the balls, actually pound into the race and turn it into effectively a West Indian steel drum. At that point, you may as well remove the race, remove the bearing, and go ahead and spend the money and install tapered roller bearings, which are way better for the steering head, structurally much more solid, and have much greater longevity too. So hopefully that answered your question. Keep up on the maintenance. There will be an initial setting, but after that, that setting will change based on the way you ride the bike, the number of years you have the bike, and the mileage you put on it. If you have any other questions, please send them to me through Facebook to Dave Moss Tuning. Thanks.